Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment and the food capital of the world. Talking about the food capital, the reason why I have somebody so special on my show today is because this person not only has a fine restaurant, but she's a special friend for many, many, many years. I'll tell you many years, over 20 years. And she only looks like she's only 20 years old herself. Anyway, we have today none other than Leticia. Welcome to the show, Leticia.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much, Joe. And you are a true, sincere, long-time friend. Gracias.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Leticia. It's it's always an honor to bring people on the show that I care for, especially somebody like you and your husband, Scott, who's a good guy. And we've gotten along together real well.
Amen.
I remember attending his 70th birthday a couple of years ago.
Yes,
and he was a young man, having a good time. And I remember I gave him a little special gift. I made tears come to his eyes.
Wow, you did. The whole group, the whole family, there was tears.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gave him a little special ring that he liked.
Well, we love you and your family. I love Sylvia and the girls. And it's a beautiful, sincere family and friendship. So, gracias.
The feeling is mutual, you know that. And talking about having good friends, somebody that's really involved in the community, doing so much. Not only does Leticia has one of the finest Mexican restaurants in Las Vegas, maybe in the world. Because to me, it's in the world because when I go there, I have a great time there. The food is excellent. And the attention you get from Leticia, the special attention, is very special. You know, everybody loves you because you are a caring, just the way you carry yourself in front of groups of people, you're like a part of a family. You make everybody feel like part of your family, you know?
Yeah.
And that's very special.
Oh, muchas gracias.
Not everybody has
you.
that gift, and you have it. You know?
I think that came from my mama.
Yeah. Well, she did a good job. Anyway, so tell us about your restaurant. Now, you have Leticia's restaurant, which is at the Santa Fe Hotel here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So if you go there, you're going to have the best food. But not only the best food in the world, but you also have entertainment there because you're inside of a casino, the Santa Fe. So you have gambling there, you have nightclubs, and you have, you name it, everything is there.
Well, if you allow me, I'll go back a little bit. And we were at our standalone at my beginning in 2009.
Okay.
Beautiful restaurant, was so blessed in the worst economy, opened it up and so blessed. And we worked hard to really bring exposure to it because it was in the far northwest off of Durango and Farm.
Right.
And it was a community that was starting out and growing.
Right.
And by God's good grace, we were able to really grow strong.
Yeah, you got a great reputation from there.
And we tried very hard to really make it very hospitable. Mi casa es su casa.
Right.
And bringing that hospitality and bring not only the hospitality, but also bringing in traditional, real, home-cooked Mexican food.
It was.
From representation from all the different regions of Mexico's that my mother taught me. And so it was a lot of work. A lot of hard work with passion and joy, and it was a team effort. And then in 2019, the whole development was finally sold for the first time because when we got it, it was in bankruptcy, that whole beautiful little plaza. But we worked hard by building it with community events.
Right. I remember that.
Cinco de Mayo festival.
You had some events there. I made that with cooking contest out there. And of course, Leticia's always came up number one.
No, remember that Chef Benny won on that one. It was the paella cook-off, right?
I was the host.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I was the host.
We were so blessed to have
Benny,
you.
And but your food has always been excellent. I mean, you always had the best food
Muchas
ever.
gracias. Thank you.
I mean, then you open up another location now that is
Yes. Well, we went for Leticia's, we went to, because once the property was sold, they just increased our rate way too excessive, and we couldn't. So it was a hard stop, very emotional, hard stop.
Yeah, that was a beautiful location. I loved it.
Yes. So it was very devastating, but you know what they say, when one closed door, another one opens.
Exactly.
It's very hard in between there. It was very emotional, but by God's good grace, Stations Hotel and Casinos called us up and asked us if we wanted to go into Santa Fe. So we were very blessed with that, and we didn't miss, a heartbeat and just kept going. We opened up April of 2019 there.
Right. It's a beautiful location, and as soon as you walk into that hotel there, you walk through the casino, you got that big restaurant there, I mean, it is just
Yeah,
amazing.
we're right next to Bingo, so you don't have to go through everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a very nice, very humble, full sit-down restaurant with a full bar and gaming at the bar. And we've just been very grateful to the Northwest community and all of the Santa Fe, customers that continue to
Follow you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
everybody follow you. I mean, no matter even wherever you went, there always you had a great following. And now you also have the new location now, which is Letty's, and that's on Main Street, right off south of.
It's on South Main Street. It's north of Charleston,
Okay.
and it has amazing history because
tell us about
it
it.
was the actual first Mexican restaurant ever opened in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That was the sombrero, right?
El Sombrero.
Okay,
Yes.
right. Okay.
And I have to tell you that my partner, which that's another blessing that I have had, my niece. She asked if I needed help, and I tell you what, it's been a joy. It's been a miracle. It's been just such a fantastic fit, because I'm the passion and joy of bringing everything and the ideas, and she is like, how much does that cost?
Right.
So that's a good balance between us both, and it's been fantastic. So, and her and I, we were looking in the art district.
Right.
And I got to tell you, we saw so many different places. And then the past owners of El Sombrero Bistro, Irma, text me and say, hey, Leti, I'm going to go. Do you want it? And Sue and I just stood outside, kitty corner, and not even going inside. We both looked at each other and we said, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
And so we were successful in opening it up September 1st, 2020.
Right.
Are we crazy or what? Right in the midst of the pandemic and everything. And
Yeah.
and it's slowly been growing little by little.
So Irma came into your life. You got to. She was.
Yeah, well, Irma, we go back as well, friends.
Way back.
Yeah.
Back when I remember meeting her at the White House one time.
Oh, yes.
That's when I
Oh, my
first met
gosh,
her.
she was always so
Yeah,
involved.
she was involved, and I met her there back then.
Yes. So she, unfortunately, because of the Main Street construction,
Right.
it took too long, a couple of years,
right,
and she
right.
said she was done with, waiting for it. And she had other amazing business plans. So it was our blessing. So we've taken it, and it's Leti's, which is a smaller of Leticia's, which is a taqueria and tortas. So
Yeah. Now, how many awards have you gotten throughout the year? I know you got a lot of awards, but you tell our viewers some of the awards that you've gotten through your career?
Let me see. So we were asked to participate in the annual Margarita Festival, and we did, and it was with all the mixologists in town on the Strip, and
Right.
it was at Lake Las Vegas, and we did that, and we won the best margarita, and it was La Plaza Fresca, which is the one with the tamarindo, and we make the tamarindo, and my margaritas are even made homemade.
Now, the tamarindo is what they put at the top.
No, tamarindo is como una agua fresca. Tamarindo in
fresh water.
Mexico is a very common fruit, if you will. It's
Right.
actually a sea pod. When you cook it down, it's really sour,
Okay.
but if you add sweet and spice, and you can even make it savory. But in Mexico, we have dulce de tamarindo, we have sauce de tamarindo, we have paletas de tamarindo, ice cream. It's just a huge variety.
Waiter, bring me one here now. I want one right now. You're getting me excited about this.
Can you imagine the refreshness of it? A little bit of the sweetness, and then with the margarita recipe, and then the tajin rim, and then the straw with the chile tamarindo sweet straw.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker, but you can turn
And
me on.
tequila, good tequila,
Okay,
right?
I'll take a little tequila. A little drink. Because
Yeah.
one of the little special drinks there. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing. But I tell you that I look at you and I say to myself,
Ay, Dios mío.
what a beautiful young lady.
Ay, qué
and such a
lindo.
great cook, and your person,
Oh.
and you're beautiful inside and out.
Ay, qué lindo.
And I can tell you that we really appreciate that you're able to tell our viewers and show our viewers your beautiful locations and how much you care for them and how much you care for the way you cook. I mean, you personally get in that kitchen yourself, do the home cooking yourself.
Absolutely. Now, I have to be honest with you. It took me a great deal of years to show my team.
Right.
And I was with them hand in hand so that we're able to be consistent because it's all home cooked. It's all fresh produce. It's all fresh product.
Right.
And it's the traditional methods that I was taught. Never any cans or prepackaged or frozen or yellow cheese.
Yeah, well, unbelievable. I mean, this is something you were born to be a cook, a chef that you are. I mean, I've seen you in so many magazines and so many, even on television. I see you sometimes or another just doing your stuff. Explain to the people about your food, because everybody wants to know about, when you come to Las Vegas, I mean, there's a lot of Mexican foods out here, but that, I mean, it's the quality that you have is just like above all of them. You're about the best that's out there, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm so honored with your words. You're very
but
kind.
But everybody talks about it.
Honored words. But the biggest thing and why I wanted so desperately to open up my restaurant is to share and bring the real flavors of Mexico.
Yeah.
But how would I do that if I was to open cans or prepackaged or frozen to save money?
Yeah.
You can't. I wouldn't do it that way.
Right now, you your own home, the chips is, what do they call it, tortas?
Yeah, totopos, chips.
Chips?
Those are specially made.
They're homemade right there?
Yes,
yes. In the store?
Yeah.
In the location?
They are, and you have so many variety different chips in Mexican food.
Right.
You have, the thicker one or the thinner one or the yellow one or the blue one.
Which is your favorite?
Mine is the original tortilla,
Uh-huh.
when it's a home-cooked tortilla, and it's gluten-free because it's made with pure corn masa.
Okay.
The big Mexican company here, Tortillas Inc., they make all that masa, and they make it to my specs.
Okay.
So it is unique to us, So it's thick enough where you can dip it in the salsa or guacamole, but it's still flavorful and crunchy and doesn't fall apart.
Yes, people say, give me seconds of that before you know it.
Yeah, I get in trouble because they say they get full on chips.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give a big portion of it, too, It is just
refill and refill.
Yeah. I bet you a lot of people say, to take home, can I take some at home?
Yes.
And you do a lot of that, too, right?
And our salsas, from the roasted salsa,
Yeah, the salsa.
from the avocado tomatillo salsa, even la salsa macha, which is a crumble.
And one ingredient you put in that salsa macha. A lot of different kinds.
I am going to have to say that. It's a secret.
It's a
chile habanero
Okay.
and garlic are the main
Okay.
ones. But it's like a crumbly, nutty, roasty, spicy flavor that is excellent on like a rub or even a sprinkle on any tostada or eggs.
It's not really that hot, though. It's just,
it's hot.
It's really hot.
Salsa macha. You got to be macho.
Yeah. Okay, but somebody doesn't want something too spicy. What do you have for them?
We have it. The roasted salsa, we make it just a little bit of spice. And we have a entomatada sauce. So those that really don't want any spice. And for kids as well, So I think one of the biggest complaints of my team, my staff, is that we have so many options. But I wanted the community to be able to make it their way, al gusto.
Now, some of the pictures that we have to show our viewers are pictures that will get you, if you're hungry right now, you got appetite, you could call up and make a reservation because this is what you're going to be getting. Now, Leticia will be showing you, talking to you more about the specials that she has, like on your menu. What's the specials on your menu?
That's what's exciting. We have the basics, the tacos, taquizas, burritos, enchiladas, chile rellenos. All of that is the basics. But I really would love to challenge our community to go into my chef's featured items.
Okay, what's that?
Because that there is taking you really into Mexico. A lot of the traditions, like the molcajete. The molcajete is in that brick, that mortar, lava mortar.
Yes.
Really hot with that salsa ranchera. That you can have the top sirloin steak or ribeye steak, nopales, grilled nopal, and the cebolla and jalapeño toreados.
Cebollas, onions.
Yes, onions. And then Oaxaca cheese. And then we have, it's served with pico de gallo, guacamole, rice and beans, and homemade tortillas. You can add lobster. You can have a seafood molcajete that is phenomenal. You have lobster tail, shrimp, you have clams, you can have fish in it. It's just an amazing flavors that takes you beyond the basics of Mexican food. And then the exciting one that has just been added is tuétanos.
What's that again?
Tuétanos.
Tuétanos.
Tuétanos is bone marrow.
Okay.
So it's very famous, and the gastronomy of Mexico has really been infiltrating a great deal in the United States. And a lot of high-end restaurants have tuétanos, like big steakhouses, which is the bone marrow, the half-size bone.
Yes.
And I put my seasoning and roasted corn herbs on top of it and roast them. Ay, ay, ay. And we serve 3 with a salsa de cacahuate, a little spicy salsa on the side, sauteed onions and jalapenos, fresh made tortillas, and that tuétano that you make your tacos with everything like that. And then at the end, you have a little shot of mezcal. Now you can put down the tuétano bone. It's supposedly that's the tradition that you shoot it that way.
Wow.
But
Well, you guys heard it there. I mean, if you want to try it, I hope you're taking notes. If you can't remember everything she just explained, the best thing to do is just go there and order it.
Please.
Make it easy for
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
At
At least you would know that taking yourself, your companion, your family, your children, it's home cooked food.
Okay.
It's not coming out of a processed or preservatives of any kind. So I take a lot of pride in that. And with my partners or my partner, wait a minute, can't you put in half and half? No, I won't put my name on it because it's not how my grandmother and my mother and I raised my children. And that it's best to have healthy food. And right now, you pay a little extra maybe, especially nowadays, right,
Yeah.
what's going on. But unfortunately, it's still within very low.
Now,
Pricing.
is this something, a special menu that you also have for individuals that want to eat healthy? They got to stay away from certain foods. On your menu, you have anything with low calories? Low
Absolutely.
carbs?
We have like 97% of my menu is gluten-free.
Okay.
And very small and a lot of vegetarian options.
Okay.
Very small vegan options. I've had people ask me to make enchiladas de guacamole because they don't eat meat and they're vegans and
Guacamole is avocados?
Yes, avocados, made with tomatoes and onions and lime and salt and stuff. So there's a lot of options of good, healthy eating there. And those that are saying, okay, no carbs, we'll do it your way.
Yeah.
No
And
tortilla,
yeah.
In a bowl or
And
something.
then after that, a good shot of tequila at the end, right?
Yeah, and everything
And everybody's really happy
is
now.
done, yes.
Yeah, really.
And at Leti's, we take a lot of pride in we're making the tortillas fresh there every single day, every single order.
Right.
So all the street tacos, you have carne asada, grilled chicken, we have carnitas, we have birria, we have ribeye, we have rajas con queso. Yes, and you can taste the flavor of the fresh corn tortilla. And
Oh, my God, it sounds great.
and I really was excited to bring into this community the real tortas from Mexico.
Wow.
The bread, it's almost like a French crusty baguette.
Right.
The traditional bolillo, what we call bolillo, which is the roll,
Wow.
is very hard to get now. The bakeries won't make them because it takes a special oven. It takes just a lot more time. Now they're making the soft hoagie rolls, which is not Mexico's tradition.
Right.
So we were able to find those crusty baguettes and making tortas de chilaquiles, de milanesa, de mole with pork or chicken. We have carne asada. We have steak ranchera. Those tortas, wow, they're amazing.
I mean, so when people walk away from your restaurant, they say, I want to make a reservation again for next week or the following week. Because everybody recommends, you have a big following, because I know I have a lot of individuals been there once, they want to keep going, repeat it, and then refer other friends to come there because, I mean, I remember one day when you were doing a special event at one of your restaurants, I remember you were overloaded and you said, Joe, I'm going to need a little bit of help, but you can come by. And I came by the Cinco de Mayo event, and I was there and I was helping you out. The place was so packed. There were lines of people there, and I got to push on the side, and I looked. It was O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
And he said, Mr. Cortez, he said, can you get me a table? I said, listen, you got to wait like everybody else, buddy. You know? You know what? And I remember I said, you know what? The drink is on the house. Wait a little bit, I'll get you a drink on the house, you and your group. It was a group of 10. And then I remember, I said, listen, the best I could do for you is getting you outside. Leticia was running the whole event outdoors, the Cinco de Mayo event. It was crazy. And Leticia was running all over the place. And I said, don't worry, let me handle some of the people at the door. And OJ said, Joe, this is a nice place you got here. I said, no, it's not mine. It belongs to like a sister of mine. And she's the one that owns it. No, you, the way you running this place, it look like you own this place. I said, listen, all the good stuff is nice, but I can't get you a table any sooner than that. He had to wait 4 hours. And 4 hours I got him, but that was because it was crazy. There was no
That was a Cinco de Mayo.
It was Cinco de Mayo event. It was crazy. You go
we
there
couldn't
now,
have done it without you. You were fantastic.
it was great. And I'll tell you, now if you wait 4 minutes, it's a lot.
I
But
know.
he had to wait 4 hours. I finally got him a table. And he said, Joe, thanks a lot. Then he called me over to his table to meet his people. And I was a little nervous about being there because, you know, he had just
He's
gotten...
controversial.
Yeah.
And, you know.
But anyway, it was a nice event, I remember. But it was such the food there was excellent. People kept coming and coming and coming. People would wait hours because the food was so great.
Well, I tell you, my team makes me look good.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't do it by myself. They're incredible. They never quit.
I don't think nobody looks better than you.
Otra vez. And, you know, we've been blessed, not only OJ, but Carlos Santana.
Oh, Carlos. Oh, he's another guy that I met at your place one day.
Yes.
Him and his
he
wife,
does well.
Cindy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he gave me such words of inspiration, aspiring words, you know, that I've never let go. And he would go in my kitchen to thank the cooks.
Yeah, no, he's that kind of a guy. He's a
He
good guy.
has such a humble, good, God-fearing, loving spirit.
Yes, I remember I was there with him one day at the place on
Norman, the original.
the original one, and Leticia's and I remember on Farm Row, and I remember he had parked his car outside, and somebody hit his car a little bit.
I remember.
And he said, somebody hit my car, Joe. I said, well, we went outside. I want to make sure that he didn't punch nobody out. Nobody punched him out. But, you know, he's so easygoing. You know, he took it in stride. He took it all so easy, no problem. He took care of everything, was taken care of, no problem. Then we went back inside and kept eating like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
What a gentleman.
Who does that, right?
Carlos Santana, what a gentleman.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Words of inspiration, I tell you. He even recommended books and, you know, gave me that inspiration to keep going,
Sure.
that you can do anything.
You can.
God
You know,
gave you that spirit.
And you do have that. You have that about you, Leticia. You're very special. You have that. I think people look up to you and say, you know, you've always been so kind, so generous with people. And I've seen you with the kids when the people come there with the kids. You're so attentive towards everybody, and that means a lot in business. You know, how you treat your guests, how your client, and that's but the cool and the not tasting that food. It is just like the best ever. You know,
Thank you.
but if
Whichever
people
it is.
they leave there and they say, "Man, we got to come back again soon because it's so nice." You know, you leave everybody feeling. And I see you come up from your kitchen every so often. You come out to the table, you say hello to the people. You say hello.
We do as much as possible, and you know it's very difficult, especially now in this time, to get individuals that understand that
Exactly.
hospitality nature. I had the pleasure and joy of opening up the Venetian years, and it gave me all my ability in HR and process and procedures, you know, because I was dreaming and aspiring for my own business and restaurant. But that's something that it was shown in a corporate realm that, you know, what my mother taught us is that we're human beings, we're God's souls. Everybody has the right to be treated with respect, first and foremost.
Exactly.
And I tell that to my team. We want a positive work environment. Nobody disgraces anybody or says foul language, not even in my kitchen.
Right.
We're not perfect, but
But you're hard to beat.
and that's the environment we want, not only for our guests but for our team.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, for you viewers out there, not only she's only talking about her employee, but her family the same way. I met one of her sons who happens to be a fireman here in Las Vegas, who's a sweetheart of a guy, and you know, I run into him every so often, and he's a gentleman. And it's about your upbringing, how you bring up your children today. And that's what's happening today around the country. There's a lot of things that are going wrong. Things are just going haywire. Things are going crazy. Some of the ways these kids are coming today. You get young kids, 10, 14 years old, they're killing people already at that age.
That's so
I heard that by the
sad.
news
So
2 days ago. 12 and 14, 10 and 14-year-old kill somebody. I mean, come on, But the way you bring up your children, so kind. They're just like you. They got a little bit of, they say the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. Yeah. And, and your children are that way. Your employees, they pick up from you. They pick up the way you are. And that's special. When you treat people with love and attention, especially your children, your family member, you treat them all kind. And people say, I want to be around this individual who's, want to be caring and giving, and that's what you have. Looking in your eyes, you can see the kind of person you are, and that's important. And we wish that most people out there will look at you and say, I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person trying to help out, and that's what we try to do. We try to give to the people. We try to help out wherever we can to show them the love and attention that we all need.
Amen
I give it forward, but you know what? I get it back in return when I see the happiness in the people's eyes when they succeed, when they go to another level, and I'm able to help them out. And
I pray strongly for our community.
Sure.
And I still have a lot to learn, and I could be better. And my team teaches me, and like I said, I'm not perfect, but we try really hard. Really hard. And I'm blessed to have amazing children, my son and my daughter. And I have 5 incredible grandchildren, and my husband
Scott,
gave me another 3 grandchildren. So
he's a good guy. I like Scott. He's a golfer. He likes to play golf.
Yes,
he's a good
retired
guy.
Now and golfing and getting me in the game now when I can.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good to have somebody like that in your life because when you finally find somebody, that's why I say, don't ever give up, guys. Out there, don't ever give up. Always keep thinking that. Sooner or later, if you're not happy today, you will be happy down the line. Things are meant to be for a reason, And we all going to just keep it all we got. Keep your guards up at all times. So like I say in boxing, keep your guards up at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Yes. But remember, always pay it forward because it's so important in life, Leticia.
Very true.
And you always do that. You're that kind of individual, and it shows,
I'm inspired again because of your kindness and your words. And
I've always told you that.
Very blessed.
I've always told you that, Leticia, you're a special friend. You're somebody special. I wonder, your viewers out there, you go out to Leticia's location, a restaurant, not only you're going to get good food, but you get the honor to meet Leticia. That itself pays the day, the meal, just meeting Leticia. That's part of the dessert you're going to get at the end, Leticia.
I don't know about that. Leticia's a little loquita all over the place.
All over the place, yeah.
Back and forth and just trying to grow and trying to improve and making it better. And, you always have to evolve. And, with Sue and I, we're working hard and making sure that we stay in that time and growing our team. And it's been tough in this timeline, and by God's good grace, we made it through the worst of COVID and survived. Yeah. Our Henderson location at the Fiesta has not reopened because the Fiesta will not open through Stations Casino.
Right.
So they have offered us to see the potential of opening up in Sunset. So hopefully by the end of the year, that we might be able to get back to Henderson, but we've stayed strong because of the partnership of Santa Fe. They have been unbelievably tremendous help with us.
Whoever gets you your business in their hotels is going to be a plus for them because, you're going to get some of the finest restaurants in Las Vegas is Leticia's. Ladies and Leticia's, and that's a true fact. So we hope that in the very near future, if you're in Las Vegas, you come into Vegas, you may make a pit stop and see Leticia's fine food restaurant. It's just the best you want to have. And if you get to meet Leticia in person, you really got you're a winner meeting her because anybody that meets Leticia walks away with a big smile on their face.
Maybe we bring Joe so you can come and meet him. He's an amazing star of Las Vegas. A Hall of Fame referee.
I'm just a regular guy. I just want to be nice to people and pay it forward, which is all we got to do. Pay it forward,
You're a kind-hearted man.
And we want to wish you guys the very best. And remember that my show is about bringing people on there like Leticia. I do it for the love of the people that I have. I just love everybody out there. So we hope that
do.
our shows continue to bring you good vibes about everything we do. Take care. God bless you. Keep your guards
Gracias.
up all the time. See you next week.
Be blessed.
Thank you, Leticia.
Gracias a usted.